Dear friends, welcome to this week's edition of the Inspired Parsha. This week we have the incredible privilege to read through Parshas Vayishlach, and like every Parsha in the Torah, there's so many beautiful, rich ideas, but I just want to focus on one pasuk, one verse. This is in Bereshis chapter 32, verse 25. The pasuk, this is a famous story in the Torah, and in my opinion, it's one of the most powerful stories, and it's one of the most enigmatic stories in the entire Torah. What exactly is going on? And I'm talking about, of course, the famous wrestling match, so to speak, between Yaakov, Jacob, our forefather, and the Sar Shel Esav, the angel of Esav. The verse says, and Yaakov was left alone, Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the break of dawn. What does this mean? What exactly was going on over here? There's so many ideas about who this angel of Esav was. And of course, in Hasidic literature, he's taken as being, so to speak, the world of darkness, the evil inclination, the struggle that was within inside of Yaakov. And it says he wrestled with him until the break of dawn. The break of dawn, of course, is when there's clarity, when we finally are able to see what is truly right and what is truly wrong. Sometimes in our lifetimes, we get that break of dawn where we're able to see what is right and what is wrong. And of course, at the end of our lives, we're going to have a moment of clarity as well. We're going to be able to see very clearly. The whole world will be lit up, so to speak. We'll be able to see very clearly what is right and what is wrong. And a lot of mystical interpretations talk about this as also referring to the Messianic era. You know, when Mashiach comes, it's called like the break of dawn, so to speak, that the world will be lit up. We'll be able to see very clearly what is good and what is evil. The struggle will not be there anymore. But until that point, it's dark, right? And Yaakov was left alone. What does it mean he was left alone? Yeah, the Rav Levi Yitzchak Berditchev says that he had to have a struggle where he was alone. It had to be where he was just by himself. Because when we go through our struggles in life, you know, we always turn to other people for help, right? It's always human nature, and we all should. You know, I've talked about this before, about turning to others for help. But when it really comes down to it, it's just us and God, right? To really get through our struggles, we are alone. It's just us and God, right? He's the only one who can really help us. So he was alone that night. And what happened? He prevailed. He won the fight. But of course, we all know what happened is that he was wounded, right? His thigh was hurt. He was limping, so to speak, because he was wounded from the fight. You know, when we have our struggles, we're going to fall. We're also going to get wounded, so to speak, in our struggles. But the main thing is to persevere, and still at the end of dawn, as long as we keep on persevering, we are going to prevail. That break of dawn is going to come. So what happened at the end of the story? The angel says, he says to the angel, I'm not going to let you go until you give me a bracha, until you give me a blessing. And the angel famously said, your name shall not be called Yaakov anymore, but it should be called Yisrael. Yisrael, because Risel came, you have struggled with the divine, and you have been victorious. But there's another interpretation for the word Sarisa. You know, Sari Kale, the word Yisrael, which is my name, so I'm a little bit biased. I love hearing ideas about the name Yisrael. Rav Levi Yitzchak points out that the words, it also comes to the words, Sarah could be a prince. He became a prince of God, so to speak. Before that, Rav Levi Yitzchak points out he was just Yaakov. Yaakov, as we know, the word Akev means a heel. He was still at a low place, so to speak, in his life. He was low, you know, he was a heel. The heel is the lowest part of the body. But after he defeated this angel, after he got through his struggle and was victorious in his struggle, he became a prince of God, Yisrael, a prince of God. It is our struggles that make us who we are. It is our struggles that help us reach greatness. It is our struggles that makes us, that defines us, that builds us into the greatest person that we can be. We all can become princes of God, so to speak. When we accomplish things, when we overcome our struggles, we too can become a Yisrael, a prince of God. I want to give everyone here a bracha, a blessing. always remember this. Always remember this story, that we all can accomplish, we all can persevere, we all can get through our struggles, and we can all be victorious. We just have to remember this story, this lesson from Yaakov, that when we are victorious, we too will become a Yisrael, a prince of Hashem, a prince of God. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful Shabbos.